Hello everyone and welcome to Six Flags Great Adventure. If you're a fan of the channel, you'll know that I had a little bit of a conflicted history with this park this year, as I actually came earlier in the summer and left pretty much after an hour. So hopefully better luck this time. It's Fright Fest. In fact, Fright Fest Extreme. Unfortunately, I'm here during a little bit of a preview, as it's been a bit slow for them to get the houses up and operational for this year's event. There's an exorbitant amount of them, but I believe there's only 2 houses that are open. Therefore, there's no haunted pass or any upcharge for the mazes because of that, which is nice. Another reason I'm here is because of weird rumors about Kingda Ka, and luckily it's running. We've got about 4 hours here. Should be pretty decent. It's low crowds. It's kind of a misty day. Never been here at night, so definitely looking forward to it for my 4th adventure here at Great Adventure. Let's go. Oh, they got me already. And I knew that guy was there. You gotta remember your footsteps. It's a very impressive entrance. I don't know exactly how many haunts we have today. There's one over here based on The Conjuring that doesn't look like it's open yet. Welcome to Haunt Season 2024, our first event. Of course, in the distance you can see a new Flash coaster, still yet to be completed, although I'm getting a much closer look at it this time since I didn't actually check it out last time I was here. It was just being finished being constructed. I've changed my mind. I'm going to New Jersey Devil first at Nitro. We're gonna play with our chances here. Already pretty happy that I came. It looks like we got a pretty good ride complement. Barely anybody here. Well, there's a fair amount of people here, but not like crazy. And yeah, this park can be a little crazy if it is busy. I'll confess, just getting lost in the atmosphere to start with today. There are some rides closed, so it's not going to be too busy of a night. Really enjoyed that brief performance by the band, though. I might go check them out later. Oh no, I did not see you at all. Ah! They're not so friendly. There's these devils. We are now in the Devil's Den. I'll be quiet. It's great atmosphere. Uh-oh. They don't like us here too much. Oh, now. This is the problem when there's only us here. Ah! fantastic night ride. In fact, that might be my favorite ride all night. Just did 2 walk-on rides close to the back. Actually, my first ride was in the back. And boy, this thing hauls. It's ridiculous. Like, what a great ride, especially at night. It's a little bit moist here, so it's actually taking the course just relentlessly. Really high marks. I don't know if anything's going to beat that today. I'll admit, I think that I made a really good call coming to this park today, because I was definitely worried, especially from my prior experience, but I've got on 5 coasters already with 2 re-rides already on Jersey Devil, Nitro, I've gone on Wonder Woman, I've gone on Little Demon, because I hadn't actually got that as a credit yet, so that's done. And I went on Batman behind us, fantastic night ride as well, really, really solid night. Really going to focus on this half of the park right now, give you a couple reviews of the rides that I've already been on, and then we'll go over to the other side to get the heavy hitters, which hopefully are still open, at least I hope so. Now, we haven't been in a house yet, as there seems to be, as predicted, only 2 open today. So we're going to just a little tour of the DC area before we head on to the other side of the park. I'm probably going to bang out some coasters, get some rides in, and then give you my reviews once I get off of the big ones on the other side of the park here. Great ride on Batman. This park has some of the best B&Ms in the business. Nitro also behind us here. Amazing ride. I'm going to have to try to rank them as best I can by the end of this vlog. But yeah, Nitro at night, complete game changer as far as that ride in my perspective is concerned. Fantastic. Might actually be the best B&M mega coaster out there. It really boils down to how I feel, maybe say the next time I ride it, which will definitely be a walk-on later on. Had a backseat ride, so much floater airtime. The conditions today are just perfect for riding because the track is just a little bit moist, really carried through those trims like they weren't even there. Fantastic ride. The Dark Knight, I will admit, has seen a little bit of better days, as some of the set pieces seem to be mistimed. It reminded me of like riding one of those ghost trains that's seen better days. Now you'll see ahead of us we have Dead Man's Party, one of the larger haunted houses that's not open today. So I'm not entirely sure if I'll do any houses, because if there's only a couple available and they're still selling wristbands for them, depending on the price point, I may take a pass. Hopefully not. I do like the look of it, however. It's a very nice looking haunt. About your incarceration, my friend. And we got a wristband. There's 6 houses open. I got 2 hours to get some big rides in and 6 houses. Hopefully I'll manage to get everything in. It's relatively sparse, everything's a walk-on, so I like my chances. But if I'm going to be short of breath for the rest of this vlog, it's because we're hustling. We're going to try to get it all in. All right, time for another 2 hours of mayhem here at Great Adventure. We're not going to joke around though. I'm going straight to Kingda Ka right now just to see if we can get on it, and then we'll see what happens after that.
So good. And second thing we need, of course, Up a little pump. Now here's what you do. Very easy. Blow the balloon up, down to the stomach.
Poor Stan. Oh no, cornered. Unhappy tune. Oh dear. Like that mallet. That's pretty good. Two rides on Kingda Ka done. Unbelievable. In the dark, in the mist. That was sensational. Probably one of the best rides I've had on a mega coaster of that size ever, especially on Kingda Ka itself. Interesting to see that the rear seats from the trains have actually been removed, so I technically got a back seat ride, which was like the second last seat formerly in row 9, and then also middle of the train ride. Whew, unbelievable. Long may it rain as one of the best coasters in the world. Kingda Ka, fantastic. I'm gonna come back actually and loop back for a final ride on it, because you can't, even though it's getting to the point where it's actually a walk-on, yeah, it's just too much on the head for you to do over and over again. So we have an hour and a half, just short of that, left in the park. Unfortunately, El Toro is not open, so we're gonna do a loop around and come back and end up here for my final ride of the night. So for now, exciting news. For some strange reason, in this wet day in late September, the log flume is open, and I've never been on it. So I'm gonna do that, and we'll discover what else we can while trying to find some haunted houses. Or not that she'll see this, but shout out to the girl from Connecticut that I just took that second ride on Kingda Ka with. Fantastic. Yeah, it was really great interaction. Sometimes the best part of coming to parks on your own is that you end up in a seat with someone else that's kind of here on their own. Without question, I'm the only person crazy enough to go on this log flume, but I'm doing it because I've never done it, and I've tried it many, many times in 4 visits to this park. So it's a walk-on, let's get it done, and then we'll go into another scare zone just over there. Oh, that is a cool effect. Oh my god. Ah, waiting for us. They're really handy with those shovels. Alright, we'll come back to visit later. Oh! Ah! We're not out of the zone yet. Ah! Maybe they'll show us, they're going to force us to go in the spot we need to go. It's the log flume. Time to give some flume some love.
Log flume. Please note, there are only 6 people.
Hold on the flume. That wasn't so bad, as a matter of fact. That is a long flume ride. And also, I love the fact that it's elevated for the majority of it above the tree line, or at least like pretty close to the top of the tree line. We unfortunately have to cut through here again. Ah! Do a shortcut. Ah! I'm sorry I came back. This is quite an effect. That poor guy. park is significantly cleared out, especially I think due to its chaperone policy. I've been to some of the most notorious haunts now as far as security is concerned, and this one is definitely nowhere near that kind of atmosphere. If you can hear me, it's just sinister. Now let's see if we can find a house. So I have some pretty upsetting news. It's just gotten to 11 o'clock and they've announced that the park is closed. Oh, Great Adventure, you do it to me every time. The problem is that it was originally advertised to be open until midnight. We had a great start here, I will admit, and now we've had a bit of a tragic end as we are short an hour and I didn't get in any of the houses. I did spend 35 American for the pass. So yeah, unfortunately they changed their hours from midnight to 11 o'clock and I didn't double check in the app. So because of that, now I'm out 35 American. So hopefully they may honor that in the future. I'll communicate with the park. We'll see. It was a solid 3 hours though, I will give you that. Amazing 2 rides on Kingda Ka, also 2 rides on the Jersey Devil as well, and Nitro and all the big hitters except for El Toro. Pretty good event. Not the greatest atmosphere, I would say, from other ones that I've attended in the Six Flag chain, especially the Midwest parks that I did last year, so definitely check those out because they are second to none when it comes to atmosphere. I wish I could give you a rating of the houses, but unfortunately, it's not going to happen this year. A little bit of an addendum here as I have to really give a shout out, and I really actually, the few times that I've been to this park, the guest relations has actually been very, very good anytime I've had a concern. The first time I came here this year, my pass wasn't activated, and it actually was a Laron pass, so they activated it on site, which used to be more difficult in the past, but they did it for me, no questions asked. And also just now, I did express my concerns about the early closure time and the fact that I didn't get any haunted houses in, and I drove here so far. They were completely understandable, especially noticing that I bought the pass an hour before close, so I obviously had a realistic concern, and they've given me a credit for another day. If I don't make it back here this year, hopefully it will be transferable to next year, but I'll certainly maybe try to get back. There is definitely a couple of other haunts around this area that I would love to check out, so stay tuned. This might be a second part to this vlog here this year where I'll focus on just the houses. Overall then, I'll just have to rejig my original review and say that, yeah, obviously smiling, definitely high marks. Had a great time, a way too brief time, but this is actually kind of like the foundation point for the rest of this trip as I go up the eastern seaboard and check out 6 more parks in 2 days during haunt season. But for now, that's a wrap from Six Flags Great Adventure. Second time this year, as mentioned, maybe a third coming up. Never know. Thanks for dropping in.